Welcome to episode number 13. What a freaking weekend, guys. This has been one after another after another. I'm Rio Santana, and in a little bit I'll be bringing on my dad, JC Santana. But again, welcome to number 13. No, I'm not saying 13 because that's Taylor Swift's lucky number. My gosh, done with that roller coaster. What a Super Bowl, though. What a Super Bowl. Overtime, and Patrick Mahomes doing what Patrick Mahomes does. Finds a way to win the big game. I'm not saying he is the GOAT. We all know who the GOAT is, Tom Brady, for sure, by a long shot. But he is on the way to become the GOAT. I mean, he's only 28 years old, and he has multiple rings. He has a back-to-back. So super excited to actually see that, and super excited and super happy for the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, all those guys. We had an awesome time at Patty's Super Bowl party, about 40 people, big ass projector. It was cool. It was cool. And on top of that, so Sunday we got the Super Bowl. Saturday we had Gregory Rodrigues and Daniel Marcos fight. My dad will be going into details about that. But we were 1-0-1. I know it's kind of weird, not a loss. Daniel Marcos unfortunately had a no contest, a low blow. We have our own opinions about that, but it is what it is. No injuries to Daniel. He could probably take some time off, maybe 2 to 3 weeks off, go visit his family and come right back. Maybe get a fight in April or May, or shoot, maybe late March if he wants to. But you know, training camp went very, very, very well for that one. Unfortunately, you know, the first round he looked, he is so sharp. Daniel Marcos is one of the sharpest fighters in that weight division and the UFC. And it's really cool to see him train here because he's quiet, but man, he is powerful. He's fast, his IQ when he's in there. He never gets too excited about things, never, you know, discouraged about anything, just sort of kind of flatline, like sniper-like. Just he's there, he's watching everything, he can see everything developing, and then when he explodes, whether it's range, short distance, clinch, ground, takedown, whatever it is. He's nasty, he's sharp. Busted the guy open badly. And then we had the big guy, Robocop, versus Brad Tavares, and that fight went exactly how we thought it was going to go down. We weren't hoping it would go down like that. We thought some ground and pound would be involved or a submission, but Robocop and Brad just said, all right, boys, we're going to knuckle up tonight, and they went at it. And, you know, lucky for us, and we did all the work leading up to it, put power in both of his hands. Robocop finished Brad on top, standing TKO, and he was just letting it loose. But he looked good, man. He looked good. Leg kicks. Had some freaking head movement in there, slipping some jabs a little bit. We would like a little bit more, but it is what it is, and Robocop is evolving. Super excited for him, and thank you, big guy, for the shout-out. And then this weekend coming up, we have UFC 298. Alexander the Great versus the young freaking Ilia Topuria. That fight is going to be interesting because Volk is just great. He adapts everybody. He makes everybody that is up here look like they're down here. And he always comes to freaking bang. Always. Mix it in the takedowns, the submissions, the standing. His cardio is second to none in that division. But Topuria has freaking some of the crispiest boxing I've seen. And takedowns. And, I mean, he's a good fighter. There's a reason why these guys are fighting. They are two best in that division right now. It's going to be very, very entertaining to see. So that is the main event. I've bet against him a couple times, and I've lost almost every single time. So he's like Patrick Mahomes. Don't bet against Patrick in the playoffs of the Super Bowl. I'm going to go Volk. I'm just super excited for the matchup. I really don't have a pull for each guy, but I would like Volk to win. The co-main event, though, that one's going to be fun as well, too. We got Robert Whittaker versus Costa, two guys that have been in this division top 5, 4, 3 for a very long time, and I think both are making their title run as of right now. It's going to be tough. I mean, Costa has hammers for hands, but Whittaker has that gas tank. And he has that really weird, bouncy level change. He did get rocked his last fight. versus Drakus, and I don't know if the chin is recovered from that, because if Costa hits you, you're going out. That's a guarantee. You're going out. So I'm going to go Costa, second round finish. Knockout, obviously, but would not be surprised if Whitaker took him to deep waters early and just tried to gas him out for 3 rounds. Remember, it is a 3-round fight, not a 5-round. And then the fight that everybody's kind of chirping about behind closed doors, Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. As you guys know, Ian Gary is supposed to fight Neil Magny a couple fights ago, blah, 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 or actually did fight him. And then he was supposed to fight after that on, I think, UFC 296 or 297. Got sick, and now this little beef has been going on. He called out either Neil Magny or Jeff Neal a couple fights ago, got the Neil Magny fight, won that one, looked really good in that one, and that was the last time that we saw him fight. Jeff Neal could bang with anybody, heavy hands, but Ian's a sniper. He knows how to pick you apart and everything, but Ian has been in kind of the spotlight negatively with the whole, the wife thing, the girlfriend thing, the this, that, the ex, whatever it is. So this is going to be the first time he actually has to do like a press conference and all that. So we're going to see, does that play into his performance? Does he shell up? Does, he's a guy, he's an entertainer. He likes to talk shit. He likes to do his stuff. So it's going to be interesting. So those are the 3 fights that I'm looking for. I know the card is stacked. And then the big one after that is 299. So February is coming in with a banger for UFC as of right now. I'm really happy with this year, with everybody's UFC. There hasn't been a boring card since I could remember, maybe like September, October. So, I'm a big, huge UFC fan. So anytime that there's pay-per-views on, I'm looking forward to it. And this card is definitely living up to it. But yeah, let's not wait any longer. And by the way, okay, check this out. Panthers are the second best team in the NHL. They are going to make a run for the Stanley Cup, okay? I'm going to those games. I know we got a long time, and playoff hockey is different from regular season. Same thing with football and basketball and blah, 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 blah. But my team is looking good, okay? Team is looking good. Big Bob with the 3rd, okay, shutout this season. And my other OG, Longberg, had his goal a couple games ago. I was super, super excited for that. My mom actually got me a Longberg jersey for my birthday, okay? And ever since I've worn that, they've almost won every single game. So that is my good luck charm, all right? So anytime that jersey goes on, our chances of winning shoot through the roof. But, yeah, that is a recap for this past weekend. Was pretty eventful with the UFC and the Super Bowl. But yeah, now we got no football for a while, so it's just going to be hockey and MMA for me, baby. All right, guys, enjoy this episode. Welcome to episode number 13. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? JC Santana coming to you from the Institute of Human Performance in sunny South Florida. We are bringing you podcast number 13, and this is the FHE Hour. For those of you who don't know, FHE is the #1 mental health organization clinic down here in South Florida, maybe the whole United States. They help you if you have any type of mental health issues, from psychological issues, fear issues, depression issues, and substance abuse issues. So if you know of anybody going through some trouble, including yourself, contact FHE. We want to thank them. They are the sponsors of the IHP Combat Department, and thanks to them, all of our fighters get top-notch training all the time, all year round, in season, off season, pre-camp, post-camp, and we create monsters here at IHP. Thank you, FHE. Now, woo! Great Super Bowl. We already hit it on. It's like it's hard to get a Super Bowl like that. I'm not a ball fan. It's like I don't give a shit one way or another. I didn't even know who was playing until probably I turned on the TV. But it was a good game. It was a good game. Both teams did awesome. I wanted San Francisco to win because, to tell you the truth, I'm up to fucking here with Taylor Swift and her boyfriend and all this shit. So I wanted a fresh new set of faces. Joe Montana is one of my boys. So anywho, congratulations to both teams. You guys did us proud. United States football, American football, goddammit. All right, so now let's bring you the recap of our guys this weekend. We have Daniel Marcos going against Arushaling. Anyways, the Chinese gentleman from Mongolia. Good guy. I was concerned about his left hook and uppercut, but goddamn. Marcos pieced his ass up. Before we get to the fight, he made weight the first time. He came in at 135.5 on the pre-check scale. Gets on the scale, and this guy that was doing the weight is total bullshit. In wrestling, the scale is up. You sit, you stand on that scale. And if that scale just moves, you made weight. This guy is bringing the scale all the way down, then went all the way up. It's like, bro, how long have you been doing this shit, you know? If there's daylight, he made weight. So anyways, they didn't give him a quarter pound. So he did well on the check scale, did not do well on the real scale, went back, and he weighed 134.8, under 135. And they gave him 136 weight. So UFC has to get their shit together on this weigh-in stuff because you're dealing with people's money. You're dealing with people's careers. Okay, you have a fucking billion-dollar company and you can't get 6 scales that are all Bluetooth together to the T. So if you're weighing in down the hall, if you're weighing outside the room, if you're weighing on stage, you're stepping basically on the same scales. You can't have fucking judges at each scale. So if you check your weight and you weigh it in, a judge signs it for you. And then you go in and weigh in front of the cameras. But damn it, man. You're going to have scales that are a pound off, 3/4 of a pound off. God, this is bullshit. So anyways, he finally made weight. Went up. They brought the screen. He was a quarter over, which was bullshit. Bullshit. He probably made weight the first time. The guy was dicking around with the scale. And then they gave him a 136 when he was well under. Well under. But anyways, boom. Went in, beat the shit out of this guy. Man, I saw the fight this morning. Again, I've seen it 3 times now. And the first thing that he opened up with was boom, low kick, just to let him know that I'm upstairs, downstairs. And then brought in a clinch, the plum clinch that we work on, okay, and brought up that nice knee, busted his nose in the first round, pieced him up. Easy, 10-9 round. It's not a 10-8 because he didn't, demolish him. But it was an easy 10-9 round in favor of Daniel. Comes out the second round and just pieces him up some more. This kid knows that this is going to end quick. They exchange low blows. If you look at the picture of the last low blow, what happens is Danny throws a front kick to the solar plexus, okay, to the stomach. This guy jumps, and Danny gets him in midair. Now, Danny's fat toe is underneath the shorts, right above the thigh, because the whole foot is off center, totally off center. And you can see in the picture that the foot hits more of the thigh than the outside of the cup, okay, on the left side of Aroshalin's body. Look, I'm not saying that the guy's a coward. I'm not saying that that there was no injury. He did go to the hospital. They did said that there was no rupture of the testicles, that they were swollen and all that shit. Well, they exchanged low blows. He poked Danny in the eye, then Danny kicked him in the nuts, then he kicked Danny in the nuts, and Danny kicked him in the nuts, and he didn't want to continue. He was seconds, like half a minute away from going to the judges. But if you stop the fight within a certain time limit, I'm not sure if it's 2.5 into the fourth or 4 minutes into the fourth, into the second round, or you got to get past the second round. I'm not clear on that yet. But bottom line is your cutoff, okay? He would have gotten his win purse. So it's a no contest, which is bullshit, because this kid took the 5 minutes up and down, and he said he couldn't continue. Look, I'm not going to question a guy's courage or a guy's ability to continue inside the ring, because those guys are badasses, and I got to respect that. In my opinion, I've seen a lot worse kicks, and I'm sure all of you, when you see the picture, you've seen worse kicks come down the middle straight, or down the middle up, and raises the testicles right to the tonsils, and people choose to continue. So he chose not to continue. We got a no contest, which obviously destroys your income, because you're going 12 to show, 12 to win. You're winning clearly, and the guy doesn't want to give you the win. He doesn't want to take the loss, and and this happens. So anyways, my heart breaks for Danny. I will have lunch with him tomorrow. He gets in today, and then he's going to go to Peru and take some time off. Okay, the second one. 3 down from the main card, 3 up from the first in the main card. Gregory Rodrigues going up against Brad Tavares. We've been meaning to get this thing going. It was canceled in Brazil, and they had a couple of times before where they were talking about it. Never came to fruition, finally. And I was concerned because everybody knows Tavares is a badass. You know, especially depends on the Tavares that shows up. And Tavares looked great in the weigh, and he looked full, didn't look drawn up. And he's a good guy, man. He goes for it. But Gregory, Jesus Christ. Gregory's getting better. I'm not happy with either guy's inline fighting, not taking their head off center. Daniel has much better reflexes, in my opinion, than anybody else I have ever seen in here. Better than anybody. Better than anybody. There's nobody that has the natural reflexes of Daniel Marcos. Look at his fight. You'll see that he rarely gets hit solid because he has these instincts. When I first saw him, I said, you have something that people can't train, and that's instincts, okay? He's got, like Strickland. You know, when Strickland comes at you, he does this crazy shit. But his instincts are such that you don't ever get to touch his face. Those instincts, things that you just don't teach. You don't pick up sparring. You just have them, and then you hone them in sparring. So anyways, Gregory had the low kick. He had that jab on point. He had the 1-2 on point. When he finally got the distance and started landing the right hand, the shit was over. Shit was over. He was going to kill Brad Tavares. So we got the victory there. So we had an okay night. I wish Danny would have gotten his rightful victory, but it is what it is. So there's the FHE segment. Now let's get to the JC rant.
Okay, before you start, keep on going. But I just looked up the scoring. A non-title fight, they need to complete 2 rounds for the judging.
All right, so Rio just looked it up. You have to complete 2 rounds, and I think Cruz mentioned that. DC wasn't sure, and I wasn't sure, but I think Cruz, if I'm not mistaken, it was Cruz that corrected that. You had to get past the 2nd round, and I think the thing was stopped like right in the
It was stopped at a minute 32.
A minute 32 left or a minute 32 in?
Minute 32 left.
A minute 32 left, so they were already 3:30 in. So in 90 seconds, this guy continues, in 90 seconds, Danny either finishes him or gets his win money.
If it's a title fight, they could go a minute. I mean, they could go 1 round and a half for judging to take the score.
If it's a title fight, it's less. It's 1.5 rounds. So I think that's where the mix-up was. 1.5 rounds, but it's for title fights. Okay? It's 2 rounds. You got to complete 2 rounds for non-titles. But anyways, congratulations to Danny. Congratulations to Daniel. To Daniel, and congratulations to Gregory. Gregory gave us a shout out. Holy Jesus, that dude gave us a shout out. And you know me. I don't go to UFC. I don't look for the camera. I don't look for none of that shit. If it was for Rio, you'd never even see me on social media. I do my work here. I'm old school. I would still read a newspaper if there was such a thing. I'm old school. I do my work here. You will never see me in the cage because that's for pictures and camera opportunities. I don't do that shit. I do my work here for 8, 10, 6 weeks hard, 3 days a week. I miss dinners. I'll do whatever is necessary for my fighters. I'll study shit. Okay, I'll go see them fight. I'll meet with their coaches. I'll take 1-hour drives to meet with Roger and Troy for Daniel. I'm willing to meet with anybody, with Henry Hoof from Kill Cliff, from Conan, Mike Brown, all those great coaches. I'm willing to meet with them, So I'll do that. That's what I do. Okay. Once that happens, why would you have a strength coach in your corner? I'm not there for technical stuff. I'm not there for strategic stuff. I'm taking up air, oxygen, and space. Have somebody there that's involved with your camp. Okay, doing that. Now, if the fighter says, "Coach, just having you there will give me extra human strength," I'll be there. I'll be there because I'll do anything for my fighters. But want to be there, asked to be there? No, not even tickets. I don't even want to be in the city. I want to be in my house. That's how I do my work. All right, so coming up, we got Marina Moros, March 9th. We have Jackie Amorim, March 16th. And we have Thad Jean, March 22nd coming up. And as they get into the heat of battle in their camps, we will bring you up to date on all of that. So that was the main segment for FHE. Thank you again, FHE. Now, here comes the JC rant. Oh, shit. Look, and this applies to anything, okay? But it's been used, this whole woke thing is a political thing. This has nothing to do with people. This has nothing to do with society. This has nothing to do with how you talk to people. This has nothing to do how you treat your neighbor. This has nothing to do if you see an unjust thing happening, a rape, a beating or something, and you're there and you're capable, God damn it, get involved. Pull somebody off of somebody, protect the innocent. If you're not capable, then call the police. Film it. Tell the person, I'm filming this, you know. But God damn it, do something. Just don't walk by and not do anything. That's not human. That's not human. We're supposed to be human beings and care about each other. And that doesn't mean you love everybody. You know what I mean? I don't play that shit. There's some assholes in this world. Okay, but they don't deserve to die. They don't deserve to be mistreated. They're just assholes. You know what they deserve to be? Out of your life. Fine. They're over there. You're over here. Everything's good. Good? So this whole political thing, the woke people, the 1%ers that make all the fucking noise, because the 99%ers we're like busy working, okay? We don't need to make fashion statements, and we don't need to, we're busy working and we're busy posting shit on TikTok, unfortunately. But anywho, where's your source? When somebody doesn't want to argue with logic, okay, they will divert the conversation somewhere else. Either they will bring up something totally different. But remember that time I asked you for milk and you brought me 2% instead of fat-free? And you're like, what? We were talking about what kind of car we're going to get. Yeah, but that shows you that you never listened to me. You know, that kind of shit, right? All right. So that kind of stuff. So they'll divert the topic somewhere else because they can't match facts. They can't match logical thinking. Or the new question, where's your source? What the fuck? Where's your source? You know, like if I make a statement, you know, if he falls from that third-story building, you know, on concrete, he's probably going to break a few bones. If he falls on his head, there's going to be severe, you know, cerebral damage, cranial damage, head damage, right? Are you a doctor? This is that kind of stupid shit that you hear now. Are you a doctor? You know? So, example. One of the special counsels that was assigned to look at a case, Biden, you know, the documents case, you know, because of course they're charging Trump with storing documents. Every president has stored documents. Every president has placed unclassified documents somewhere in their home, in a warehouse, and fucking a locker room, inside a shirt, inside a drawer, and behind socks. Crazy shit, right? But no, they want to fucking take Trump and kill him. And look, I'm not defending Trump because I get who Trump is. I understand that. But this is the issue. So one of the counsels that's looking, one of the attorneys, listen to this shit, that's looking at this said, well, we're not going to prosecute Biden, okay? We're not going to press charges because he's going to come across as it's a feeble guy, an elderly person, well-intended with bad memory. So wait a minute. You already said that he did commit crimes. He did take stolen shit that he shouldn't have had and had it in a way and place that he shouldn't have had it in, okay? All right. But you're not going to press charges because he's old, feeble, and won't be able to be a good witness for himself because he's going to forget shit. Really? But you want that guy to run for president. All right? So the press says, this person is not a medical doctor. He's not a psychologist. God damn it, he's an attorney, which makes him an expert on who he questions, how he questions, who he can put up to be a good witness because of the way they articulate shit, the way they phrase things. He's an expert on witness quality. He's an expert on witness function. He doesn't have to be a psychologist. I don't give a fuck what the diagnosis is. If I'm an attorney and I'm going to put you as a witness, okay, and you're like, what? I need to have you diagnosed with whatever, dementia, Alzheimer's, or some shit for me to go, fuck it. I ain't putting that guy up on the stands. We're going to get clobbered. This guy can't fucking put two and two together. He ain't going to remember shit. See what I'm saying? But no, you're not a medical doctor. That's out of your realm to speak on. He's a goddamn attorney who's an expert on cross-examining, who's an expert on witness quality, who's an expert on witness function. And he clearly sees that this guy ain't gonna be it. No, but where's your source? Okay? So I'm discussing Israel and Hamas with a friend of mine that's actually he's a friend of mine. I don't want to give away sensitive information. Friend of mine, former fighter, still fighting, lives in Russia, and he's defending Hamas. I'm not defending anybody. I'm calling a spade a spade. And I tell you guys again, I don't give a shit what's happening over there. I give a shit what's happening over here. I care more about what's happening in New York, streets of New York, streets of California, where I used to live, streets of Seattle, than I give a shit about the Gaza Strip. I'm empathetic and sympathetic to those people. I'm sorry that in this world, bad shit is happening. Innocent people are getting killed because of cocksuckers that are all money hungry and power hungry. That's it. This is all about money. You think it's about religion. You think it's about shit. It's about manipulation of small people and money. Money, money, money. War is good money. Sickness, good money. Why? Because pharmaceuticals are good money. And you don't fuck around with a war machine and pharmaceuticals, because if you do, you're fucking dead. In jail, or you're going to be put out one way or another. It is what it is. So I told him, have you seen the videos? I have reporter friends that have seen the classified videos that had come out of Gaza. You know what he tells me? Listen to this shit. This is how we discuss shit with each other now. Those are fabricated videos with actors. I've seen the real videos. I'm going, oh, okay. So the videos that are circling in secret contained areas where only certain press members get to see it, Pentagon gets to verify it, our Department of Defense, not that those people are clean, they're fucking dirty too. So those things are all fabricated. But the videos that get to you that show whatever, Israel soldiers raping and killing and doing all whatever the fuck he claims, those are real. Isn't that great? My proof, that's fabricated. Your proof is verified. Ain't that some shit? All right? So fuck you if you need the source. Here's the source. Logic, okay, and facts. Here's your source. Logic and facts. I don't give a fuck why it's happening. I want to know what the price of gas is now and what the price of gas was in 2017, 2018, 2019. I know, and I don't give a shit about Putin. I don't care about his war. I don't care about nothing. I don't give a shit about any of that. I just want to know what the price was. And I know because I go to the same gas station for the last 9-10 years, which is the Costco gas station on off of Yamato. All right, so I can tell you that on the Congress here in Boca. And I got my 93 octane as low as 206. 206, that's when regular was like $1.89. And I know what I paid yesterday, which was $3.69. All right, do the fucking numbers. From 206 to 369, what is it? Okay, it's $1.63. What is that on $2.06? What's $1.60, $1.50 on $2? Almost double? So don't fucking tell me that things were better. Let me ask you this. Were there any wars in Europe, in anywhere? No. Let me ask you this. What was happening to ISIS? What was happening to the caliphate? What happened to the caliphate? To their territory? Gone. Okay? Did we start any wars? No. Okay. But you know what? They don't want to fucking give any credit to anybody because that orange man is the devil. He may be an asshole. Argue that. You got a better argument there than what was fucking happening. But no, where's your source? I don't need any source. I don't need any source. I was putting gas. I know what it takes to do groceries out of Publix now. I know my electric bill was $115. Now it's $135. High was $126. Now my high is $200. My low was $95. Now that low is $126 that came in the other day. So petroleum, so power, which runs on a lot of it on petroleum, is up 30%. Publix, groceries up 25%. I'm feeling it. I know. Okay? So fuck you and your source. Okay? Start getting some fucking facts and learn to argue like a goddamn adult and stop using bullshit. Where's your source? Are you a medical doctor? You can't make. Oh, how do you know he has a fever? Do you have a medical degree? I got a thermostat, bitch. Okay? I just put it up his ass. And guess what? He's coming out big time. 102. That's a fucking fever. I don't need a medical degree. All right? So, fuck you and your source. All right. Whew. Sorry. Rant is the only time you'll see me use a lot of four-letter words because I get excited and, you know, that's the way it is. That's why it's called the rant. If you don't like it, boom. Don't do it. All right. We listen. Now comes the part where we're listening to you. Okay. That rant was in the you listen, and I finally said, no, I don't want to listen anymore because I'm listening to a lot of bullshit. All right. So no, I'm gonna give you what I have based on a lot of the stupid shit that I hear. All right. What's the latest you're training on, focusing at IHP? What is the latest that we're focusing on? Guys, listen to this. Everybody, all of you trainers want to know more about exercise, more about assessments, more about orthopedics, more about biomechanics, more about muscular imbalances, more about neuromuscular efficiency. Jesus Christ. You personal trainers are going to starve to death. You understand me? Starve to death. Because you're focusing on the product. Okay? Fuck the product. The product that you need ain't that goddamn complicated. Learn the person. Learn people. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to inspire and motivate. Learn how to be a beacon of positivity so people can go, God, I want to be around that person. And then once they're around you, you just keep the faith. Yes, you can do it. People with less ability than you do it. You're doing wonderful. You haven't missed a workout. You show up on time. You're doing your shit. There's no way they can be doing a little bit of what you're telling them. A little bit of what you're telling them and not feel better. Work on that. Once they start feeling better, once they make small gains, small wins in the battlefield, little small, you know what? I'm sleeping better. Boom, that's a win. You know what? I can walk a mile now without getting exhausted. That's a win. You know, I'm not buying this kind of food. I'm concentrating more. That's a win. Concentrate on the wins, small wins, small wins, small wins. Concentrate on that. Show it to them. Keep repeating it to them and keep them inspired. Okay, that is what a personal trainer does. So to answer your question, I have forgotten all the training. Look, if you train IHP style with the hybrid, with periodization, with the functional periodization, with the undulating natural shit that we do, all the shit that we do that's got big words that I just teach it to you in a simple way, all right, the cookie cutter, for example, boom. If you do that, there's no way you lose. You let pain guide you. If it hurts, don't do it. Doctor, it hurts when I do this. Well, we're not going to do that. Boom, done. So basically walking, doing some version of a crunch, some version of an extension, some version of a sit down, some version of a get up. Lengthen the front, strengthen the back. Why? Because when they sit, they shorten the front, weaken the back. So lengthen the front, strengthen the back. Get them upright, load them up. The loading will do wonderful things. It'll work on muscles, work on tendons, work on ligaments, remineralize bones. Beautiful. It'll give them a little bit more energy. Beautiful. It'll have them around you. Like they'll be going to church 3 times a week, twice a week. Okay, there's no way you go to church twice a week and you don't feel better. If you believe in church and you believe in what you're doing and you believe in your prayer and you go in there with gusto, you come out better. You're better. You're better when you go to church. You're better when you meditate. You're better when you talk to God. You're better when you sit in front of a window and just admire beauty and have the time to just chill and slow down your breath. You're better. All of that makes you better. So folks, stop fucking around with this complicated shit. Get people in the gym, okay? Have them pay you so you can make some money. When they're in the gym, keep them moving, pain-free. Keep them moving, pain-free. Get them breathing, get them breathing, get them breathing, and a lot of magical shit will happen that we're not even going to talk about, okay? From resetting the barometer of the human will to changing hormonal balances, to changing neurotransmitter balance, to changing sugar and the substrate in the blood's balance to changing habits, all of that shit will happen. Why? Because you're going to coach them. So now I concentrate on coaching. How do I turn people on? How do I turn people on? How do I provide a placebo effect? What's the placebo effect? The faith effect. Give them faith that this will work. End of fucking story. So stop with the product, concentrate on the people. Learn the people and minimize the product. That's what I'm working on. So all coaching. All coaching. All right. We had another question here. Why does this keep turning off? Damn it. Come on. There, I got it. Oh, here's another question. What is the difference between power and power endurance? Listen, there's a lot of different ways to develop power and all that. We use a complex training method, very simple. We keep some strength stuff in there. So we'll do a strength move, let's say a squat. We'll rest about a minute, okay? 30 seconds to a minute and a half, and then do 5 jumps. So we do an exercise, rest about a minute, and we do what we call a biomechanical equivalent. That's unloaded, very explosive. The purpose of power is no longer to increase strength, although depending on the client and where they're at in their training journey, you could see strength increasing during the power phase. However, that's not our focus. If it increases, great. If it doesn't, fine. What we want is to increase speed during power. So during conditioning, we give a base. During strength, we go high loads, low volume. During power, we keep the volume low. Intensity's rather high. So let's say we're doing 5 reps with something that we can do 7 reps with. So we're working relatively heavy, not super heavy, but moderately heavy, moving the shit fast, resting a minute, and then doing medicine ball throws, explosive push-ups, jumps, explosive shit, right? So that's power. We focus on speed. Power endurance, simple. It's gas time. Put the pedal down. Fucking gas it up. This is where you hit them with that nitrous oxide shit. But more importantly, one of the things that now our power endurance has changed is that we ask you to do the skill that you're going to have to do very sharp, whether it's football, fighting, whatever. We're going to have you do that skill in a fatigue state. So we're going to run our metabolics, and then right after the metabolic, you will putt. Right after the metabolic, you will give me punches. Right after the metabolic, when your hands are like fucking like this, you have to hit the speed bag. Right after the metabolic, you're going to have to kick. Right after the metabolic, I'm going to chase you with noodles, and you can't allow it. It's actually a game of tag while you're facing me. So you got to go sideways, and if I touch you, I knock you out. So psychomotor vigilance is one of the things that we are working on a lot during the power endurance phase, because we've gotten so good with working the metabolics that turning you into a metabolic machine is just easy for us now. So now we want to get you metabolically exhausted, neurally exhausted, and then ask you to be sharp. And that's called psychomotor vigilance. That's the main difference between those two phases and the way we do it. And last but not least, this should have been part of the rant, or this could have been a rant in itself. Rio told me, say it, fucking say it. So do it. So we were at the front desk the other day with one of our trainers, Gabriel. And Gabriel goes to church. He's a really nice man, comes from a great family, and he's a young guy finding his way in life and doing the righteous thing and being about righteous shit, so beautiful. He reads the Bible, goes to church, really believes in it, and I love that. It's not that I love any one religion. I love all religions. You want to know why? Because I love the concept of faith. I love the concept of doing good, because you're bound by some moral laws, whether it be moral, religious, whatever, that always end up trying to make you a better person. I'm a fan of that. So I'm a fan of the Quran, the Torah, Bible, whatever book, okay, whatever religious text you have, I'm into the positivity of that text, understanding that you can interpret anything, okay? So we were talking about lying, of course, we were all joking around. And they said, what do you think about lying? I go, fuck, I'm all for lying. And, of course, everybody goes, really? Seriously? Because I'm always trying to be a good person, and much of our employee meetings is about doing good because it's the right thing to do, not because somebody's watching. So to hear me go, I'm all about lying, they thought it was just, okay, so where's the joke? I go, no, seriously. in all practical terms, we lie. Okay, they didn't get us. Go, Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy. Okay, Easter Bunny. Fuck, that's the truth? No. So why would you think that that lie is appropriate? If Santa Claus is appropriate, three wise men is appropriate. They brought you gifts. And you're going to take a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old, however old they get, where they're still believing Santa Claus, the three wise men, the tooth fairy, and all that shit. And you're going to take that child's smile away because you have the need to tell the truth, you lying sack of shit. Okay? No. Why didn't you tell her the truth to your wife when she asked you if the dress made her ass look fat? Tell her the truth, motherfucker. No. But you want to tell the truth to your kid? Bullshit. Bullshit. So let's call a spade a spade. I'm all for lying, okay, for the greater good. Meaning, I'm all for lying to a 5-year-old about Santa Claus because it fosters a belief in magic and in goodness in a little kid in a world that can be pretty harsh. So yeah, if with a lie, a little white lie that hurts nobody, I can brighten up a day, I can brighten up a kid, I can brighten up an entire month, fuck yeah. Santa Claus is for real, right? I'm all for lying to preserve friendships. Let's say we have two guys that are bickering or two girls that are bickering or a guy and a girl that are bickering. Both are friends of yours. One comes and says, God damn it, I got into an argument with so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. It's such a pain in the ass, or hard-headed. You know what he said, blah, 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 blah. Then so-and-so comes and says, hey, did my friend come and talk to you? Did Tommy come and talk to you? You know, what the fuck did he say? What the fuck is he yapping about? What, are you going to tell him the truth? They've been boys for 20 years. They've been married for 17 years, whatever the case may be. And you're going to, Mr. Santa Claus is real, okay? You're going to lie. You're not going to lie here to save the friendship. You know one was airing. He was just fucking trusted you. He trusted you just to air out his shit, his vile shit, so he wouldn't have to tell his friend. And you're going to go tell his friend the truth, what he said, knowing damn well that was a moment of just airing? Man, you're supposed to help them preserve that friendship. You go, nah, man. Nah. David was just a little upset. He wasn't talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he was saying, yeah, he told me that you guys had an argument, but that's all he said. You know, that's all. He didn't call you, whatever. He didn't call you names, stupid fuck or lying sack of shit or a piece of shit. He didn't call you that, man. No. See what I'm saying? So anyways, in that situation, I'm all for it. So what I'm not in a situation for, so if you're going to preserve innocence, you're going to preserve something beautiful like a friendship, and you're going to preserve a life, lie your fucking ass off. Lie your ass off. You get caught in the middle of a war, and they say, are you with the enemy? Let's say the enemy is, X people. Are you with X? And you go, no, I'm with Y. All right, pass. You want to tell me, you want to tell them the truth? No, why? Because you're preserving yourself, preserving life, okay? But now, if you're going to lie for your benefit at the detriment of somebody else, you're a lying piece of shit. Do not do it. So it's not a matter of a lie. It's a matter of deceit. Different. You can do white lies. You can do lies for good, but deceit is always bad because you're faking somebody out. They think they're safe and they're not. They think they're gaining and they're not. They think you're not putting something on them and you are. That's deceit. Okay? Lying, white lies, I'm all up in that shit. You go ahead and tell your wife that she's gained a little weight and that ass is kind of almost as wide as the fucking door. Go ahead, say that. Say that. I want to see what kind of weekend you're going to have. No, baby, no. Yeah, you might have put on a pound or two, but you look beautiful. Is this dress tight? No, snug. It's fashionably hugs your body. Yeah. You're going to have a good time at the restaurant, and you're going to have sex that night. But if you tell her, yeah, baby, you've gained some fucking weight, your ass is almost as wide as that door, whoo! Good luck, son. And with that, I leave you guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys, that is a wrap for episode number 13. JC's rant was a little on fire today. All right, guys. No, but we always love the feedback. Comment, like it, share it. I don't care, but we want to hear from you guys. Let us know who you guys have for this weekend for UFC. Drop the comments below, whether it's Volk, Taporia, whether it's Whitaker versus Costa, whether it's Neil versus Gary. So let us know, man. Let us know. We will see you guys next week, and happy Valentine's to everybody. All right, enjoy it. Stay out of trouble, and what's 9 months away from February? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. All right, have a great one. Peace.